Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Again, yes, the beautiful reminder of choice that we all have. Remember, everything is fundamentally meaningless. Everything just is. Nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. I love that reminder. I love how I always start these calls that way and not only remind you, but remind me of that because it's something that leads to a tremendous amount of power. And with that being said, the only way that it becomes power is if you're actually doing that. And that's what we invite you to do. Matter of fact, with everything that we share with you, it's always about application, the golden rule. You got to use the knowledge in order for it to have power in your life. And if you engage with it, again, there it is, application, then what will change are the outcomes of your life in direct proportion to what you have used in your life. Now, think about how beautiful that is. It could be really, really amazing and incredible, and even further beyond that, or it can just be nothing and hardly anything in terms of change in your life solely because you haven't used it. See, again, the choice is yours. So make sure that you apply this and use it in your life. All right. So with that being said, our reminder too for you is what we have coming up on the 3rd of January. And for those of you who have been setting up a New Year's resolution, because that's what happens at about this time right now, people start thinking about what they want to accomplish next year, but most people never really stick to it, which is why most people never achieve their New Year's resolutions. And I love to bring in what Dr. Albert Ian Gray said about that, that a resolution is not worth a tinker's damn unless someone has formed the habit of doing what they need to do to get whatever that is done. And that, unfortunately, is something that most people don't have the habit of. But with that being said, on the 3rd of January, we're going to be tying into specifically how to engage with what's in your mind so that you can and will deliver that beautiful dream of yours, that resolution. And if you do tap into that and use what we share with you, oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely amazing, incredible for you. Now, also with that, we invite you to invite others to join along, and where you can register for that is at elevitality.com. You'll see it at the top of the page. Click on the link, enter your information, and then from there you'll be registered and receive notifications of that. All right, sounds good. And another thing too as well, we hope that you had a wonderful, beautiful Christmas Imagination Day. That's what I call it, because really that's what it is. Merry Imagination Day. By him were all things made, and without him was not anything made that was made. See, that's a reference to Christ in you. And we hope that you had a wonderful Christmas Imagination Day. And matter of fact, we hope that you continue to have that every single day of your life, every moment of your life, because every day is Christmas. All right, so what are we studying? We're studying this beautiful gem here. There is no such thing as self-sabotage. If you don't have a copy of this, get a copy of it. This is something that will dramatically change your life in a big, magnificent way if you use it. And it will reveal to you who you truly are and what's in the way of you living the life that you would love to live. Remember, what's in the way isn't you. You are not your own worst enemy. You are not battling against yourself. Bunch of bullshit. And you're not self-sabotaging. There is no such thing as self-sabotage. See, what's in the way is the program in you, and that program is not you. That program is something that's automatic in you. And what's automatic in you are your beliefs and habits. See, that's what's in the way. There is nothing else. Everything that we do here at Elevitality is to help you to see that and to help you to change that. And when you're able to do that, guess what? There are no more limits in your life because you know how to do it. All right. So with that being said, let's go into where we left off in this big, beautiful gem here. There's no such thing as self-sabotage, and use it in our life, shall we? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, I love when that happens. All right. So where are we? We're on page 123. And we went over what a paradigm is. Now, if you cannot explain to somebody in enough detail to help them gain some kind of understanding of what a paradigm is, then you have no idea how much it's running your life. See, It's your paradigm that you've got to deal with, and it's your paradigm that you're battling against. With that being said, your paradigm, again, is not you, it's what you've agreed to. So let's go back before this and go over what the definition of a paradigm is. And I love Bob Proctor's definition of this. And he goes to point out that a paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And almost all of our behavior is habitual. Okay, now look at that caveat. And behavior is, again, what you do, what you don't do, the actions that you take materially, physically. Now, let's look at this and dissect this again. It's a mental program. I want to say something that's tied to this too, by the way, and with regard, and it's tied to your problems. And that is all of your problems are mental in nature, which means the solutions are mental in nature. So, with that being said, if you're having an issue with regards to change and leading your life into this massive amount of abundance, prosperity, expansion, fuller expression, understand that if you haven't been able to do that, it doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. What it means is that there's something not in harmony within you, which is the paradigm that's not in harmony with how you love to live your life. Now, you can change that. Now, with that being said, an emphasis also needs to be placed on this to share with you that it has almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior, the things that you do. Now, why am I going over this again? Well, because it's important. That's why. Okay. And then again, the caveat is that almost all of our behavior is visual. Now, another way to see a paradigm is that it's a multitude of habits. Habits. And they're other people's freaking habits. They're not even yours. You've agreed with them either knowingly or unknowingly, and they've been rooted in you. See, this is where that beautiful gem of as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, as a woman thinketh in her heart, so is she, comes into play. What's in your heart are the beliefs and habits that you have. And those beliefs and habits cause you to think things automatically, which cause you to feel things automatically, which cause you to do things automatically. See, that's your behavior, which then determines your results. Now let's look at it from crazy awesome stick person. Okay, woohoo, awesome. Conscious mind, subconscious mind. Everything must be impressed into the subconscious. It must go through the conscious to get to the subconscious. This is the heart. This is the emotional mind. Thinking mind, emotional mind. As you thinketh based from what's in your emotional mind, based from what you believe to be true and the habits you have, because that's what's there, so are you. So are the results of your life. Remember, your subconscious mind leads your body into a specific vibratory state, which then leads it into action in terms of behavioral action, which then determines your results. Now, again, the emphasis needs to be pointed out here that in terms of those habits, if you don't like them, you can change them. You don't have to continue with how you have been thinking. Now, here, this is why people find themselves stuck in repeating patterns. They don't consciously choose to procrastinate, sabotage relationships, or reject opportunities. They are simply acting in alignment with the conditioning, with the paradigm, with the beliefs and habits, because that's what that is, that has been impressed upon them. And because paradigms operate on autopilot, most people never even question them. Now, think about that one. Maybe that's been you. I remember the first time that I saw this, I was going, oh my God, it was a major epiphany. Now, with that, we need to dive into understanding that a paradigm consists of two primary components: beliefs and habits. And understanding that a paradigm consists of those two components, beliefs and habits, is key to unraveling this invisible force. And that's what we're going to dive into, because it has everything to do with you changing how much you earn, what you do for work, your lifestyle, how you're feeling most of the time, all of it. And that's pretty freaking great. Now, for those of you who are watching this live stream, on the social media platforms, and would love to tie into understanding this, watching this call all the way to the end and all the other calls to the end and accessing the replays, then go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. You will thank yourself later. All right, so let's continue.